This is driving me crazy. I don't get it. There's a $40 billion business industry in the USA that nobody's talking about, not even, actually, not even me. And I'm not talking about brick and mortar. I'm not talking about chain stores. I'm not talking about specialty stores, not even about regional chain stores. I'm talking about a huge market where you can sell your physical products, but nobody even talks about it and you don't even know about that market. What is that market? Subscription boxes. It's a huge industry. Let me explain. There are companies, and I'll show you a couple of them in a second. There are companies who are selling products on a monthly basis to subscribed users. So they have a platform, obviously a website, sometimes in the media, a lot of social media, very strong one, TikTok, Instagram, you name it, all over the place. And there's a huge buzz on YouTube about it as well. Now, these companies called subscription boxes again, what they do is offering their subscribers a deal. And here's a typical deal. You pay, for example, $29.99. You get 2 or 3 products in a box shipped to your house as a consumer based on demographic. It's based on your age, on your income, on your type of lot of different things in life, what you like, what you don't like, obviously your gender. And then you get this box with 2 or 3 items that are surprises. Okay, it's a gift and it could be from any category, but you don't know what you're going to get. It's not like just clicking and ordering product that you want. No, there's going to be a huge element here of being surprised. But the good part about it is that those companies know exactly what to surprise you with, and they want to make sure that you are surprised in a positive way, not just getting a box saying, oh, what these products are. And that's where the buzz comes in. A lot of influencers are posting videos on YouTube talking about the box they recently received. Let's take an example, one company called Ipsy. Allow me to try and share my screen so that you can see what Ipsy looks like. So Ipsy is a subscription box, which is specifically from the beauty category, okay? And you'll see in a second how it looks like. This only their website that I'm showing you, but there's so many other things that you can see. So this is Ipsy, okay? Beauty picked just for you. As you can see, cosmetics, eye care, skincare, all these type of things that are around cosmetics. And again, these are all links to social media videos and posts that you can see, and you can obviously see them on social media. And if you go on YouTube, you're gonna find out that there's, as I mentioned, a huge buzz about those companies. So I'm gonna search for it in a second and show you something interesting. It's called Ipsy Unboxing. Okay, so here's Ipsy Unboxing, and as you can see, there's a lot of different videos about it. Let's take this for example. This is just one of many. She's talking about the box she received, what was inside, and this one specifically has 75,000 subscribers. Not huge, but quite big. Okay, 3,000 views. Again, it's not that big. 3 weeks ago, there's a lot of them and bigger than that, as you can see if you look on YouTube. She's opening the box and she's sharing with you what she received in the box. Now, here's the deal. If you go on Ipsy, okay, and it's important that you understand what I'm telling you here so that you know how you come into the picture and start using this to sell them, okay? There are a lot of different type of boxes that they could offer you. I did not check that before this video, but you can see here, this is one of them, okay? So they, I think, have $29.99, $59.99, and $99.99 type of yeah, as you can see here, boxes. And then what they show you is the value. How do they show you the value? Let's say they tell you you get 3 products for $49.99, okay? They would break down the 3 products as MSRP, retail price, remember? MSRP, each and one of them with $49, but then you get 3 of them. So what's the deal here? I mean, you as the consumer, right? The actual person who's getting the goods, not the vendor, not you. So then 49, 49, 49, that's going to be almost $150, but they give it to you for $49. How do they do it? And this is where we step in as vendors. You gonna be approaching those type of companies because they have hundreds of thousands of subscribers and sometimes even millions, and you're gonna offer them your products. And wait a second, this is not just about beauty. If I go back to GPT, I was talking with GPT earlier today, like we all do all the time. And if I'm going to ask GPT about different types of and categories of subscription boxes, so you have food, snacks, and drinks, and obviously it's consumable, not only the kits themselves, not only the meal, it's not only fresh food, it's also everything around it, bottles, boxes, whatever, which a lot of vendors are selling. And then you have pet boxes. The most famous one is BarkBox. Everybody know BarkBox. And again, if you're in the pet category, that's a huge step to work with type of company like that because the exposure is absolutely insane. I'll explain about it in a second. Then you have beauty, of course, as I mentioned, Ipsy, but there's also All True, and there's Glossy Box, and there's Birchbox. Very many years in the business, Birchbox. They've been there for a very long time. I've been working with them since 2016. So yeah, quite a good one. And then you have Apparel one, Stitch Fix, Trunk Club, Fabletics, and so on. Then you have for kids, for family, for books, home, lifestyle, any category that you have in mind. I actually, 2 years ago, I ran into a specific subscription box for metal music, like heavy metal music. That's the subscription box is about. So if you're selling, these vinyl records, or you're selling metal related items like shirts, accessories, merchandise, that's where you want to head. And here's the thing about exposure. Once you start selling these companies, they would ship at some point your products to the consumer. We'll get back to the pricing in a second so you understand the 50, 50, 50, and 150 that I mentioned. And then what's going to happen is that it's going to be exposed to, again, hundreds and thousands of people, okay? If I look at a company like All True, for instance, most of the orders we've seen with them until recently were based on tens of thousands of pieces. If I look at Ipsy, one of the orders I remember with them was last year, I think, it was over 200,000 pieces for the same one SKU. 200,000 pieces. Now, it's not about the deal, but more. It is about the deal. You make money and everything. You don't lose anything. But it's more about exposure. When you are exposed to about 250,000 people, let's say, overnight, this is a, game changer. Because all of these people are going to show it to their friends and family and sister and best friend and everything. And they're going to visit your website. So you're going to have traffic in the website. And in the website, it's not the same price that you sold to the subscription box. Well, let's go back to the pricing so we understand what's happening here. How do they do that? They tell you as follow. Retail price, for instance, is $49. We want to buy it for you to up to 12%. 12% means around $6 per piece. So yes, it's a big deal here because not everyone can sell in such prices. You might be in a stage where pricing would be too difficult for you. But the good news is that not all of them are working for such a low wholesale price. Some of them are willing to pay more. But typically, again, between 6 to 12% off the MSRP. 1F, off 1F, okay? That means that if your price, MSRP, on your website is $100, they would pay between $6 to $12. So it doesn't fit every brand, but if it does fit you, then you have a goal here, okay? The problem is that people just don't know this industry. Nobody's talking about it. I could not find any channel explaining how to work with this type of companies, how it is relevant to you guys, online sellers, e-commerce sellers, retail sellers, Amazon sellers, Walmart sellers. It's relevant for all of you. Even if you're not there yet with the pricing, you might find out something interesting. And I have seen that with 2 or 3 vendors of us. What happened is that we show them the SKUs. They like it. They came back with an offering for the pricing, the wholesale pricing, that was too low. So the vendor didn't give up and said, and then again, it happened No, it happened 3 times, not 2. And the vendor says, wait a second, let me check on my side. They go back to their manufacturer saying, hey, I have this and that volume, 200,000 pieces, 100,000 pieces, 40,000 pieces. I want to make this SKU in a lower price with you. Let me know what is possible. So obviously you have to skip some attributes or to make a little bit of lower quality, not really bad quality, but just a bit lower quality. It does exist in manufacturing side of things. And then you can get back to the buyer and say, hey, we can get your pricing. It's workable. Then you have a deal. And you know what? The good part and not a good part of this business is that they don't work like retailers. You don't need an EDI. You don't need all these setup files. You don't need all this heavy process. What store it's going to be selling at? How is it going to be on the East Coast and West Coast? None of it. They just have 1 or 2 warehouses where you ship everything to, and boom, that's it. And the good, better, even better part is that if it goes well in the subscription box and they have positive responses on it, positive comments on it, then they're going to get your products again in the next ones and the next ones and so on. Okay. Subscription boxes is the most ignored industry. It's amazing how so few vendors are aware of this channel and selling them. And those who are aware of it are selling them all over the place because there's hardly competition with other vendors. That's because people just don't know. But I'm here to share that with you. Let me know if you like that video and what you think about it. Thank you.